Welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson. We appreciate you watching. Pohai head baseball coach Burris is with us. Coach Burris, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Tough time at regionals. 2 and out, and that's going to wrap up the Pohai baseball team season. You know, you got to look at your athletes and the season, and I know you find some highlights along the way. And was this a building year for Pohai baseball?
Yeah, I think it was. You know, anytime you have seniors that are leaving, it's always a sad thing to see those guys go. I mean, this is the first group that I've been around in my coaching career where I've had them for all 4 years. So, I mean, it's tough to see them go. But, you know, we look at what we have coming up, and we had a freshman in Eli Wool that ended up leading our team in hitting, and a freshman pitcher that started our opening game of regionals and threw really well against a really good Union team. It was just a tough regional, had our shots, and fortunately just couldn't capitalize. But that's the game of baseball.
Yeah, absolutely, isn't it? Well, now your athletes are moving on. Of course, you're going to have some seniors that are moving on. Like you said, you've been coach for these throughout their entire high school playing career. That's got to be tough. Some of them are going to go on and play. They'll play some more. They haven't played their last game, but let's talk about the athletes that are coming up, and now they're moving into summer baseball. How does that work for someone watching this that doesn't understand? Baseball is something that they can almost year round, but not quite. But they're playing a lot of the year.
Yeah, we try to limit what they do in the fall. In fact, the OSSAA has come out and kind of limited what we can do in the fall with them as far as practice time, even during the summer as far as practice time. But it's not always a bad thing. Baseball is a very taxing sport on the kids' arms and everything else. And so, you know, they play 40 games in the spring at times, sometimes more, and then they go in the summer. And with us, we'll have our high school team, which we're basically requiring our kids to be there Monday through Wednesday, and then we've got a few of them that'll go off and play Thursday through Sunday with some other travel ball team out of state and go travel around and play somewhere and get some more exposure, which that's always great. We just, you know, we try to keep our high school kids together so we can see what we have going into next year. And then, you know, we don't have a junior high program here, so what we started last year was we had 6th and 7th graders and 8th graders that we actually have as part of our summer program as well. So we'll hold tryouts for them on May 19th, and it just gives us a chance to kind of see what we have coming up. And the good thing for us right now is won the year we wanted. I don't think anybody would sit up here and say it was a year we all wanted. We always want more.
Of course.
But good thing is you know, we look at the future, and future is fairly bright for what we have coming back and what's coming up. So
yeah, do you get excited for tryouts, or is that a tough thing? I mean, do you get excited? You see new talent, a kid catches your eye, or is it difficult to go through there because you're kind of on the you're kind of at the judges' table when it comes to tryouts, and you know these kids are playing their hearts out, and they're trying out because they want to make the team.
Yeah.
How do you go into? What's your mentality when you go into these tryouts?
Well, unfortunately, with the younger kids, we get to see it more than what we do with the older kids. I hope someday we can get to the point where older kids, we have, you know, 50 kids out for baseball, and I've got to decide who's going to stay and who's going to go. That would be a nice problem to have. Unfortunately, in the past, we haven't had that with the high school. Now with the younger kids, we had to do that last year, and it's always tough making those decisions. You know, you hate to let a kid go, but at the same sense, we kind of look at it and we say we've got X number of games that we can play during the summer, and
sure,
you know, we can only carry so many kids and give them all an opportunity to play, because if we don't, then we're going to run into the circumstance of, well, parents are going to get upset because their kid didn't get to play, and there's just sometimes there's not enough innings to go around with kids. But it is exciting to sit up and look at what we have coming up and see those kids that are talented. And at the high school level, it's exciting to see the progress that the kids make from one year to the next.
Yeah. Speaking of progress, the baseball field there at the high school, going to get some improvements. You know, we see all kinds of improvements happening. We see the new press box on Sullivan Stadium. There's renovations going on at Robson Fieldhouse. And the baseball stadium is not off that list. Oh no, the switching from grass to artificial turf for the infield and the apron, not the outfield. What is that going to do for your team? What's that going to do for the field?
Oh, tremendous, tremendous. I mean, we're also getting new dugouts out of the deal, which is going to be a huge improvement for our field overall. It's just so much of baseball is time and maintenance and everything else. Practices are very lengthy, and now, prepping before practice, after practice, it just cuts down that. It cuts down our workload, cuts down expenditures and everything else. It's just going to be a huge benefit. And then at the end, the kids are going to enjoy it because A, it's not as much work for them, which is always nice. They get to
Right.
go home a little quicker. And then B, when it comes to the spring and summer, we're able to do a lot more. We less chance of a rain out for us, and during the summer it'll allow us to be able to play more games on our field if we so choose. So it's just nothing but improvements, nothing but positives out of the entire thing.
Yeah.
It's something we're all excited for.
Because when these athletes are on your team, I mean, they're also part of the grounds crew.
Oh yes.
I mean,
yes.
that's a big part of the deal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody does it all.
Yeah, exactly. Now all they have to do is take care of a warning track, and that's about it. And we don't do that very much, so because that thing kind of gets sprayed. So it's going to be a lot easier, a lot less maintenance, and
Good.
a lot happier parents and wives and everybody else. So it's
right.
always nice.
Coach Burris, thank you for being with us.
Thank
very
you.
much. Absolutely. Coach's Corner. And Coach Drew Burris, the head coach, Ponca City baseball team. And that is going to do it for this edition of Coach's Corner. A big thank you to Coach Gass and Coach Burris. And until next time, and I believe on our next episode, we will have the Ponca City High School athletic director here as we wrap up a wonderful year of High athletics here on Coach's Corner. Until next time, thank you for watching.